What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the FSL Mobile Solo number 2. My name is Abstract and I will be your caster for today. And well, if you're here, you pretty much know what is pretty much going on. Like the title suggests, this is FSL Mobile. We will be having 40 players together in a 4-map rotation of EMVS, Erangel, Miramar, Vikendi, and Sanhok. So, well, I don't exactly know what exactly may happen, how the game may end up to be. I'm just rather excited. And before we even jump onto the game or even tell you even about anything else, let us just take a look at the leaderboards real quick. And we'll see how the points is distributed. With first place going in with 200 points. Second place going back home with 180 points. Third place going back with 160 points. Fourth place with 140 points. And well, you can pretty much see from the league tables here. Every kill will net you a total of 12 points, and every map you will have to accumulate a total amount of points. And after the whole EMVS rotation, then all of the points are calculated together, and we will be able to get who is our final winner, who's the champion, and of course who are the top 10 players of the FSL Mobile Solos. Now, other than that, to be honest, I suppose that we will have a pretty long day ahead, and I hope you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys will, enjoy whatever that we have in store for you guys today in this very fine Sunday. And make sure to make full use of the comment section as well. If you're looking from Facebook and Twitch whatsoever, you will be able to find the chat at the right side. So go and just put something down on the chat box and just let us know who you are supporting and, well, show your love. Show your love, let us know who you're supporting and do whatever that you can to, well, get the name out there. And also, for PUBG Mobile, for this event itself, we'll like to give a huge shout out and thank you to Dreamcore, Yahoo, Super Solid, as well as Intel, as they are the sponsors for us today. And I'm not too sure whether this is the game that we are going to go for, because for what I know, or rather for what I was told, we have 40 players, but I suppose there was a cut-off time, and we have 26 players that are in the lobby, which is about to start right about soon. So I will suppose that this is the game after all. If this isn't the game, I'll let you guys know. But I'm pretty sure that this may actually be the game. And now, let us just take a look at what do we have here, ladies and gentlemen, with the flight path that's just going to be starting off at the southwest side. And of course, we'll be flying through Quarry, Gatka, Ruins, Rozok, as well as then Stauber. And of course, it does seem like the flight path is just going to be ending right on Stauber as well. So this is a rather intrusive kind of flight path, because this flight path allows you to go absolutely anywhere except for, well, military base. Yes, you can still kind of go to military base, but it kind of makes things a little bit tougher per se, because it does seem a little bit far. In order to get to military base, you really have to start parachuting down from the start of the flight path. If you're any second slower, then someone is definitely going to beat you to it. So these players, they gotta have to be careful with when they are going to parachute down. And of course, this is a solos after all, so expect that this thing is going to be solo. We won't be seeing a lot of, a lot of teams, huddling together and all this stuff. This is all about solos. A woman for herself. You gotta have to be careful. We do have quite a big amount of players that does seem like they are going all around Pachinki. A couple of players heading over to the northern side to Georgiapol, 2 over to 72 to Stauber. Now that does sound pretty interesting, don't you think so? But it's still kind of tough to say, am I right? Well, with that said, Sabribi Games will be putting herself at Yasnaya Poliana. And of course, the most important thing about PUBG Mobile is that you would want to see the biggest action. You want to see exactly who is the one that have to go over. We have to see those kind of stuff, right? So that's pretty much the main thing, the main idea that you'll want to care about. But I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see something completely different. I wouldn't be surprised if we were to start to see early team fights, or rather early fights. As you can pretty much see, I do have my spectators on to Geek Scans. She's relatively close to quite a big amount of players around the area. As you can pretty much see, we do have Jimin that is around the area, and if I can possibly find out who's the other one, and that is going to be Blinksy from Aura. 3 men, or rather 3 women, is just going to be huddling inside or right in the center, and we're just going to be waiting for the perfect opportunity to be able to find something out. But before we even jump onto the intense gameplay that we see right in the center, we do have the circle that is already been popping out. As you can pretty much see, the circle is going to be covering quite a big amount of the map, and about 20% is going to be the waterbed. Most of the parts that has been covered is going to be the extremities of Yasnaya Polyana. We've got Rozok inside, Ruins inside as well. So most of the players are actually prepared to get themselves into the new circle. Not that there literally was no one, or rather there is no one in the military base, which is honestly still kind of a surprise to me. I was expecting that there will be someone who, you know, parachute down, look for a vehicle, and immediately make their way through to the military base. But it doesn't seem like it was the case at all. Looking through the entire map, no one has gotten their kills just yet. Just to make sure that I've got that checked out in mind, right? So it does seem like the choke points. The choke points may actually make its way over to where Geek Scans actually is. Honestly, I won't be surprised. Yasnaya with only 1 person, Rozok with quite a good amount of people as well. I guess Pachinki will be the choke point. There will be a lot of people that will be heading their way over to Pachinki, but on the flip side, whoever's going to be on the northern side and the southern side, they will want to make their way with a vehicle and just try their very best to travel all the way to the eastern side, such as Lipovka, Prison, or I don't think anyone will go to Shelter, but it makes sense for people to actually head their way over to Milta. It is fair to say that almost 80% that the second circle, no, this is the first circle, the second circle will land somewhere in the main island. It's very unlikely that it will land up in Sosnovka, right? In the event that it actually lands on Sosnovka, that is definitely gonna be one heck of a game. I shall tell you that. Now, for Yasnaya Polyana, it's still gonna be one person in there, and that is gonna be Sabribi Games. I wouldn't be surprised if Mel MY Star will head away over to Yasnaya Polyana as well, but the circle is going to be closing in real soon. It's not too soon just yet, but sometime soon, in about 1 minute and 40 seconds. Geek Scans, Jimin, as well as Blinksy have yet to really, you know, meet each other yet. Not a lot of things, if you ask me. There really isn't a lot of things that's been going about, but we do have a good amount of people that is just going to be picking up their vehicles, and this may very well be the point of time that we are going to be looking for as Devi Star comes in close to a building, immediately disengages from his buggy, and just trying to get her way into the building. But she's not going to be vaulting over. Alright, as I say that, she vaults over, unsure of where's the opponent right now. It's not going to be an easy thing to do. It definitely ain't. But Ivy though, Ivy is more than ready as she hides behind the crates, waiting for Devi Star to eventually make her way upstairs. The scouring is going to happen for Devi Star, as Devi Star climbs up to the attic, and immediately Ivy pops right out, draws in first blood. Very easy game for Ivy. All Ivy had got to do is just hide behind the crate and wait for the unsuspecting victim to run all the way up to the attic. Well played from Ivy. That is going to be 1 kill to the hands of Ivy. This is still pretty early stage in the game. It's pretty sad, honestly, for the opponent to be dropped down this early, and most people actually wouldn't really want to engage into a scenario like this. Usually, when they lose sight of their targets, they are unable to see their opponents, they will usually just, you know, make their way somewhere else and do not want to engage in the building, or perhaps just camp in a single corner, wait for the person to come out from the top room. which in this case did not work it did not work well. But for Ivy, it does seem to be pretty darn good. While Ivy has now been drawing some flak, drawing some damage over from the cliff, the ridge. Moon is just going to be hiding right around the area, or rather, just going to be right by the ridge. Pops out with a single tire and will be ready to be on her way to take on the world. There's still going to be a lot of people around, to be honest. And I don't think it is a big amount per se, but she does have a bird's eye view of quite a lot of place. And Jimin is actually getting not Jimin, actually, Han is actually getting closer because of the fact that she is in a vehicle. Driving past, I don't think that he will be meeting up with Moon anytime soon. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. Moon is just going to be camping. Moon is going to be camping around this ridge, ensuring that she keeps the area right down of where Ivy was. She has the information as to where Ivy is, but she doesn't want to overextend herself because she doesn't know. She doesn't have a lot of information as to what gun Ivy has, what kind of scope Ivy has. So it's just really playing the pick game. Just take a look here, take a look there. There is fire that's going to be thrown right back at Moon though, so that's going to be the only difference that I would say that she could possibly see. But there is no scopes. There is going to be, you know, advantages over to Ivy, if I'm not wrong. The only thing that she has is a 3x scope with a scar at that. No DMRs, no SRs, but for now, this is going to be a still fight, I believe. So let us just jump right back into Pochinki and take a look right back at Geek Scans. What exactly has Geek Scans been doing? It does seem like for Geek Scans, instead of is Blinksy really the only one around? Because the last thing that we see is Jimin, Blinksy together. I think Han actually joined in the fray. Somewhere just right around the area, right? We haven't seen Han going around the places or anything. We haven't seen Han around. The most amount of people that we've seen was Geek Scans together with Jimin and Blinksy, with the red zone popping right at the northern side of Pochinki. Honestly, I don't think anyone is gonna go down just yet. And I really don't think that most of the players is just going to go down from this current event. Moon gatekeeping onto Ivy, as you can pretty much see from the map right here. We got Alison Star that I think that she's camping inside of one of the buildings, so she shouldn't be too wary about people coming by. Zula is hiding right at the northwestern side of farm, so she should be pretty A-okay as well. Gatka though. We've got two members from LDS. Zach as well as Pian. Of course, this is all woman for herself. Whoever they see, they have to shoot to kill. Shoot to kill with, well, a lot of anticipation as well. What's the word I'm looking for? Hostility. Vensky driving along the horizon, making her way over to Pochinki. That is exactly what I was thinking of. Pochinki is going to be the choke point. Most players will probably want to make their way over to Pochinki whenever they can. As for Amethyst, Zach, Pian, they would want to make their way over to Pochinki as well, right? As long as they have vehicles, they have the opportunity to run somewhere a little bit further than Pochinki. Because the closest place that they could get to is Pochinki. It may definitely be one of the scariest places. It may definitely be one of the most dense populated place or something like that along the lines. But it is still covers for you to run through. Vensky is going to be completely ignoring the entirety of Pochinki. Doesn't really care about Pochinki, just gonna be driving it right at the outskirts of Pochinki, and does seem like she's making her way over to farm, which she may be able to meet up with Zula if she continues with her route there. Zula? Let us take a look. It does seem like she's got an M4 as well as a Uzi. I can't really see that very well. If I'm not wrong, that should be the case. But Zula doesn't really hear anything just yet. Vensky drives by to Zula at the northern side of Zula. So no contact fires just yet. Not a lot of things is happening just yet. In the meantime, let us just take a look at the people that are caught within the blues. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal though. Miami Star just going to be driving along with a UAV and trying to get her way into the current circle. And right as we are speaking of the current circle, the new circle has been popped up. Circle number 2. It's just going to be covering right split down in the center of Yasnaya Polyana. Going to be catching just a little bit of school, pushing Rozok at the blue zones now, as well as pushing Pochinki out of the safe area. A lot of players are now heading their way towards the center. As you can see, really a lot of movement is just slowly trickling to the center and try to make their way over to Milta, Shelter, and perhaps even Prison. Prison could be one pretty good place, and besides that, we do have an interesting airdrop that we see right over here. And we don't really know what exactly is going on because, well, the airdrop is just kind of, glitching here and there. We can't really see exactly what's in there, but as much as I want to, I can't really do that. But, there we go. There we go. There we go. Can't really do it. But, well, despite of all of that, we do have an airdrop right in the middle of absolutely nowhere. I don't believe that any of the members, any of the players here will be heading their way to the airdrop. No one in sight, no one in mind. But in the meantime, it does seem like Moon managed to get a kill right onto Alison Star. One really unfortunate situation that we did not manage to see. But Moon is the one that have been gatekeeping one of the players for the longest time ever. And if I'm not wrong, it was... I can't really see very well. It was Ivy, right? Moon has been gatekeeping Ivy for the longest time ever. And now Moon managed to get herself with a single kill to her name. And bring a total of 2 kills, or rather 3 kills to the scoreboard already. Nami went down. Devi Star and Alison Star is now down. So unfortunately, we wasn't able to see exactly what happened. But now that the circle is becoming smaller and smaller, we should be able to catch a lot more action within this small little area. With Ivy making her way towards Milta Power, or perhaps even towards Milta. But hold on a second, let's take a look at this. Spinning with low amounts of HP, the drive-by kill coming on in from Zula. Picking her off almost instantaneously, popping off the smoke, just so that Zula can go out in peace and pick up that fresh little goodies. Well played coming from Zula, and of course the timing was impeccable. Geekscans may actually be the next person that we may be encountering. I'm not too sure if whether that is really going to be the case whatsoever, but you can see from the screen, Zula does have the opportunity to be catching Geekscans somewhere around the vicinity towards the western side. There is a good amount of vehicles, a good amount of buildings all around. Zula is just going to be heading herself inside of the building and playing the waiting game, because it makes perfect sense, right? It makes perfect sense to be waiting inside of the circle, because this is PUBG Mobile after all. All you got to do is wait for the perfect opportunity. As long as you know that you have the opportunity to go in, you are waiting for the extremity of the circle to just crawl back into the smaller zone, then that would be the most optimal play. It is smart to not play it fast. It is smart to not hunt for kills, but in fact, it is smart to just hide. Know when you can pick up kills. And of course, those are a set of bonus. Because the placement points is the thing that you would definitely want to look out for. First place gives you 200 points, alright? So as long as you manage to get up to first place, even a player with 10 kills is unable to catch up to you. Because 10 kills is equivalent to 5th place. So 10 kills plus, because by the time you reach up to first place or even the second place, very likely you will have at least 6 or 5 kills. Unless you've been camping the entire game, you only want to kill the last man remaining, then yes, you will get 200 points plus 12 points, that's 212 points. But I don't see that happening a lot nowadays now because of the point system. There is still definitely some merit and some bonus in getting kills, right? So it doesn't really make sense to just camp all the way. There is a lot of bonus to go out for some kills. Geek scans though. Does these geek scans have dropped out from her vehicle? She knows that green is somewhere inside of the shed. Inside of that, not the shed actually, the Wizard Tower. Or some people would like to call the Harry Potter Tower. Geek scans just waiting for the perfect opportunity to even pop her head out. And right now, Green is just waiting for the perfect time as well. They are both playing the waiting game, and it's understandable because this is third-person view. The only thing that will give you the edge is literally making use of the third-person view. A really good spray down coming in from Green. I believe that has put down quite some significant and considerable amount of damage right under the UAV. The more you hit, then, well, you're going to cut off all of her escape mechanism. So just one thing that you gotta do is just destroy that vehicle. Just bombard that vehicle, throw so much things at the vehicle. That is one thing that you definitely want to do. You do have the level 3 helmet as well. So Green shouldn't be too afraid of immediately getting popped by at the head. But Green have initiated the escape. She doesn't want to engage against Geekscans, or perhaps not. She does want to engage against Geekscans. In fact, she wants to go up close and personal. This is not good for Geekscans because coming in, Green definitely have got the advantage because the first thing that is gonna pop out is only the head, while for Geekscans is literally the entire body. The amount of profile coming in from Green is so much smaller as compared to what Green can see from Geekscans. Things are starting to get really, really tricky. Geekscans runs across the horizon, runs across that ridge. Geekscans pretty much understood what is the intentions of Green. Waiting for the perfect moment. You can pretty much hear the gunfire. But I think Green doesn't know that Geekscans has already made a run for it. Well, in the meantime, Pinky managed to bring down Chaps coming in from the other side. We have the third circle popping in, and the circle is just going to be comprising just a little bit of Milter. Shelter is kind of inside per se, and Farm, the entirety of Farm is now for them. So Queen, Geekscans, they are pretty a-okay. They can play this game of cat and hide and seek for a pretty long time. So I don't think that there will be any problems whatsoever for them. Play as long as they want. For Cherry, is somewhere at the southeastern side as well. Ivy, Amethyst, Eddie, Melmy Star, Vansky, Falcon, as well as Moon. They are pretty much inside of the circle. We've got Inda, Hood, Zula, as well as Pian. That is also within of the new circle. It's only left with Zach, Blinksky, as well as Pinky. That is outside of the circle that they really have to get themselves in as soon as possible. There is 30 seconds left on the clock. And playing by the blue zone is not funny at all. Trust me, it is absolutely not funny because it's not easy to play. With the amount of blues that's just going to be flushing you out. Oh, Jimin is actually still outside of the blues. Now that is not good. The amount of bandages that she have is currently left at 4. She does have 4 first aid kits, so it's still, still pretty much a-okay. With 1 adrenaline syringe, used up the energy drink. Oh no, used up the painkiller, and still have 2 energy drinks left. She's going to be immediately making her way into the new circle, but the new circle is also going to be shrinking right about now. With that UAZ, I won't be surprised that she will be able to get herself right into the new zone, but may be coming in close to Pian. Let's come to the question, will she just run into this compound? Will she want to run into this estate? The smart thing that you would want to do is just definitely scout around the area. Just drive around, see, and try to bait out shots. But it does seem like Jimin has another plan in her mind. There is something that she wants to do, and that's just going to be driving all the way flat into farm and an estate all by herself. Jimin will be safe for now. Inda and Moon should be relatively safe as well. But in the meantime, I guess the northeastern side is something that will be looking at some good old action. Eddie hiding within a building, and I suppose that there are going to be quite a decent amount of people that's also going to be hiding within a building. As you can see, Melmy Star is also inside the building, but they are just, close to about 10 meters away. About 10 meters away. There is not a lot of things that's going to be happening around the map, but as the circle slowly closes, as the circle slowly squishes the players into the center, I want to be that is the point of time where things are starting to get a little bit scary. With 19 players alive, the next circle is going to be packed. It's going to be hell. That is where, the hell is unleashed. Now, if you look at the volume, if you look at the flow coming in from the rest of the map, right, most of that choke points will be at the northeastern side. sorry, northwestern side. Yes, at the northwestern side is where most of the choke points will happen. Most of the eastern side players right now, like Amethyst, Ivy, Star, and Eddie, I would suppose that they will want to make their way down to the southern side and may eventually meet up with Cherry, because the northeastern side is full of plains. It's completely empty. There is absolutely no reason for them to be playing around that area. If they were to go around that area, whew, we can expect that it's going to be an early death, early kill. While Miramar Star just gonna be hanging around the area. There are gonna be smokes just gonna be popping right up, right around the area. There's Eddie running away. Boom Pinky manages to get into the new circle as well. Ivy is still hanging around while Vansky is all the way far behind in shelter. And she doesn't want to move. She doesn't have a vehicle as well. Now this is the main importance. This is the difficult part, right? Because she doesn't have vehicles and she is roughly about 400 meters away. 400 meters away and she have to make a run for it. If she continues up, oh, hold on a second, let's take a look at Geek Scans. It does seem like we do have a little bit of action coming in from Geek Scans, and does seem like I may have missed the action, unfortunately. Hun has managed to bring Geek Scans down right as I was talking. But I don't think the action is gonna stop there just yet, because the Pubgm Games was just right around the corner. She definitely heard the gunfire, heard the gunshots, and will be coming in real close. Now, where are you, Pubgm Games? She's got eyes. She got eyes on Hun. But she's playing it slow. She's playing it very, very slow. She doesn't want to expose herself just yet. She's waiting for the perfect time. Line it up. Line it up for the headshot. Oh, she misses! She misses Hun. She misses everything. And it doesn't really get any shots down at all. Is there anyone by her other side? I think that is going to be Falcon, right? Falcon managed to see some Pubgm Games. This is going to be a trifecta. This is a pyramid. This is going to be tough. But you know what? Falcon is the one that's going to be having the race against time. But it does seem like most of the shots is just going to be landing on some Pubgm Games. We are looking at Falcon taking up bits and pieces of the damage, just getting the trickling amount of shots to her HP. But some Pubgm Games gets herself away. Let us take a look at some Pubgm Games right about now. But I suppose that some Pubgm Games have now went down. Hun brought some Pubgm Games down. And unfortunately, or perhaps, the play zone has gotten some Pubgm Games out. Hun really have to make a run for it. But how about our Vansky? Vansky picked up the vehicle, will be running away into the new circle, into the new place. And this is the funny part. This is the great part. We really need to see some drive-by. We really need to see some people, you know, going about trying to get some shots, or rather get some collision with the cars, because that is ultimately the funny thing about PUBG, right? And now Vansky takes in some shot. I suppose that she's a little bit too fast in getting herself into the center of the circle, or rather right to the extremities of the circle, because she did not make full notice that Han was still outside in the blue. She can everyone have a full view of her. And now she is taken out with 13 players alive. Queen is still hiding right around the area. She's inside of the new circle as well. This is the game of gatekeeping, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tough part. We do have a beautiful airdrop here, though. A very nice airdrop, though. And I don't think that anyone will be coming around here anytime soon. Inda would want to gatekeep this airdrop whenever he can. Han brings Falcon down. Yet another member down onto the road with 12 members now. The numbers are getting squished up, the numbers are getting smaller, and now the circle is also getting smaller. Let's take a look at the overall kills. Currently, Pinky with 2 kills, Amethyst with a total of 3 kills, and Han with a total of 2 kills. It does seem like Amethyst is definitely on a roll, looking at the pathing that she has made. She has started all the way at the all the way at the western side and made her way towards Milta and now towards the new circle. Amethyst is all by herself, and like I said, she was at Milta, right? So she made her way down to the southeastern side because that is the place you absolutely need to go, which is where Amethyst is now, because that is the only place that have considerable amount of cover. You have to make your way to the southeastern side, but not your way up to the southwest, to the northeastern side, because this is the kind of things that will happen. There is going to be a lot of people congregating around the area. Pien sees Queen, but did not manage to turn the body in time because of the unfortunate turn rate when you are in prone position. Now Queen picked up 2 kills for herself, and also the AWM, by the way. The AWM is in the hands of Queen. We are gonna be looking at some nasty AWM shots in this game, perhaps. I'm gonna be looking for that. The new circle has now popped up. We're gonna be looking at Zach. It does seem like we do have a proner going on about. Just gonna be crawling all around the foliage and hoping that she will be safe and sound for now. No one's gonna be, quite close around for now. We do have Hun. That actually went down right when I was talking about it. Melmi Star right smack in the center of the new circle. She pretty much have got the bird's eye view. She pretty much have the eye view of literally everywhere in the game. And here we have Jimin making her shots. Does seem like she does have the idea as to where Inda is. Inda suffering a considerable amount of damage inside of the 2-story building with, of course, that car park. That is one hell of a nice building, by the way. That's my favorite building. While we have more shots coming in from the northern side. Zach going straight in. Most of these players are going for more than 100-meter shot range because there's really no reason for you to just, kind of cut it close. They don't have the reason to just keep running. So if you're able to find someone, just go ahead and take the shot. If you're able to take the shot, do it. But there we have the AWM shot coming straight in. Nice little shot coming from Quinn. That was the play that I was looking for. That's the thing. The AWM, 6 sniper shots. Quinn picks up the UAZ. Gets herself right into the center of the circle, or wants to, in fact, come in pretty close. She does have a vehicle to cover for her. She does have a tree and a broken down vehicle. It would have been great if she were to use her current new vehicle to kind of cover her 6. But I don't think that it's going to be the case. Green realizes that there is a vehicle at the top of the ridge, and will put some emphasis right on top of that. She's going to be the center of attention. I'm not too sure if Green is even able to survive this. You really need to pop the tires of your UAZ. You need to pop the tires if you want to go prone like that. And here we have the incendiary that's going to be popping on Green. No, do not use your first aid kit! Oh, Bilby Star with the incendiary. The Molotov pops at the feet of Gwyn. Gwyn goes down, and with only 3 members left, Moon hiding. Not even hiding, to be honest. Moon isn't even hiding. He's just inside of a vehicle. And they are a good 5 meters apart. Melmi Star as well as Moon. This is a game of incendiary and a game of grenades. As long as you're able to frag properly and you are able to frag nicely, that is how the game is gonna be. And Uzi, a ring around Rosie kind of thing going on about. Moon suffers the first part of the damage, trying to go for a little bit of the peak advantage, but unfortunately wasn't able to do quite that. They are able to see the head, and of course Moon takes the first pick, but unfortunately lost to the AKM coming in from Melmi Star. Melmi Star has gotten herself with a total of 2 kills, and Amethyst a total of 4 kills. This is a scary part now, right? Because Amethyst is in a pretty darn good position, if you ask me. A beautiful position, because the circle is towards her way. And Melmi Star have to head towards Amethyst, and this cannot be any more perfect for Amethyst. Amethyst played the enemies, waited for the perfect opportunity while the enemies just kind of attacking, kind of fighting against each other, and Amethyst have set up herself in the perfect position to wait for Melmi Star to head her way into the new circle. And now, the circle slowly closing in. Melmi Star have to take a sprint for it right now. Right now. She pops the smoke. She suffers a little bit of the damage. Amethyst do not see anyone just yet. Oh, now she sees it. Immediately go for a spray down. And a match end coming in from Amethyst with a total of 5 kills to her name. Congratulations to Amethyst. And I am really bad with my math. So unfortunately, I'm not able to calculate all the numbers. Wait, I can. 510, 560, 510, 60 points. 60 points plus 200 points. And of course, what else can I say from this? From it all, we've got a great amount of players that just going straight in. We've got a good amount of games, and of course, well, what can I say? Amethyst, you did absolutely well. You played the opponents, and of course, you bought so much time for yourself. What can I say from all of that? Well, from the last circle, she doesn't greed, right? She doesn't greed, put herself in the perfect positioning, uses the car, the UAZ as well as the tree to get herself into position just to ensure that she's able to get the perfect spot, the perfect place. Well, in the meantime, I also like to commend Gwyn on the great AWM shot. She played it safe, she played it slow. To be fair, even I can't see what happened there. I can't see how the game, how I think it was. Wait, who was that? Blinksy or Zach? I think it was Zach, right? If I'm not wrong, it was Zach. I couldn't even see and I couldn't even tell when Zach went down. I couldn't see the small little head of Gwyn popping out, getting the shot in. That was rather unfortunate for Zach, really, or whoever died to Gwyn's AWM shot that was proning inside of the foliage. That's really not something that I was expecting. It was fast. It was a fast kill indeed. Ultimately, that is game number 1, or rather that is map number 1 here in Erangel. We'll be taking a look at Miramar in a very short amount of time, once we rough up all of the players together, get them inside the lobby, all 26 of them instead of 40 of them. So it shouldn't be too difficult. We shouldn't be away for too long. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and this story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is all but gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? When the mist is all gone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? When the silence is too loud, I swear I can hear a voice. Left a message in the clouds. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in the darker days? What do spirits say? When the mist is overgone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are right back with you guys again for the mobile for the FSL mobile now solos number 2. Also, we are done with map number 1. So we'll be jumping onto map number 2 real soon, and that is going to be Miramar, because we are looking at EMVS. You know, the next one afterwards will be Vikendi, and then the final map will then be Sanhok. Now, before I even came on, I believe that you guys have already saw, you know, the leaderboards. So of course we've got Amethyst that's currently leading up in the scoreboard with a total of 260 points, and of course we also have my Meow Star. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Meow My Star with 204 points. We do have Gwyn with 188 points and Moon with 172 points. We have at least I have managed to, you know, point out a little bit on to these players, and I'm really glad I managed to cover these players. But alternatively, we still have like 27 players in this map, so I'm prepared. I'm ready to see some difference. I'm ready to see some action going on about in Miramar. Now, taking a look at the map now, right? We do have a rather interesting flight path, actually. It's starting all the way down south, and we'll be flying across to Los Leones. We do have La Bendita, Minas Generales, and also flying... it's also going to be flying above Cruz Dabay, as well as Torre Ahumada. All the way down to the north, man. There is almost no signs of deviation, and most of these places can be accessed by this current flight path. The furthest that you can go is very likely gonna be Power Grid. I am not really sure if whether any players can get their way to even Baía de Mar or even La Coberia, but I guess, you know, you can kind of still play around a little bit and try to make full use of the giant massive map by itself. But still, I'm really interested to see how these players is going to play this out for me. And of course, I'm gonna keep my eyes on Amethyst and take a look at the routing that Amethyst have got for us today in Miramar. Unfortunately for these players, they will not be able to learn and adopt their opponent's strategy, like where do they usually go, who is usually at this place, who usually perishes at this place. The only reason I say that is because we are playing in 4 maps in rotation. None of the map will be replayed, so there really is no use, no reason for you to learn the enemy's patterns, as well as their flight zones, their landing zones, and all the stuff. All you gotta do is focus on yourself. Focus on yourself, all for themselves, alright? Did Amethyst already picked up an 8-time scope? Really? I'm not sure if whether she actually picked up the 8-time scope, but either way, I suppose things are looking pretty darn good for now, at least for Amethyst. I'm not too sure, but oh, nice circle. Really nice circle. Everyone here, except for Falcon, is inside of the circle. Falcon is the only one that went to Campo Militar, which is relatively weird because I don't ever go to Campo Militar myself. But hey, perhaps it is a nice place for Falcon. But regardless of that fact, we're looking at a massive amount of players inside of Los Leones. A single member in Puerto Paraiso. We've got one in Impara, and some three members that is going to be on the northeastern side of Chumacera. And Picado, we have one person. Ivy is actually making her way to Picado. Graveyard with one, Minas Generales with one, Jimin and Jenny outside of Junkyard 1, Al Azhar with Zula, number 1 as well. But most importantly, guys, Hacienda del Patron. We do have 3 people, and usually, you know, Hacienda is pretty much the place that most people is just gonna jump right there because they do have pretty good, pretty decent high-level loots, and you just want to go down there and pick up as much things as you can. And you are typically, you know, good. You're typically set for the next half of the game. You don't really have to care about looting anymore. All you gotta do is just loot the entirety of the place in Hacienda del Patron, and you don't have to go to any more buildings. You can just play around by the ridge, try to do whatever that you can by the ridge, and get easy kills. Right? Get easy kills. We're still pretty early, and just making sure that I haven't missed a single action just yet. But I will be looking at the map a lot more often than usual because I really do not want to miss any action whatsoever. So in case we can still see a little bit of that of the players in the background. But for now, in the early stages of the game, the map is where it really matters. Looking at how the players is going to be moving, what kind of routes, what kind of movements that they have, and of course the patterns that they have. Right? For the first circle, you know, I would believe that Falcon probably don't care so much. Falcon will probably make her way still inside of Campo Militar and slowly make her way down to Tirana Blanca, but in the end, probably end up in El Azhar and heading all the way down south and see what they can do. What they can do in the southern side. Los Leones does have a really high vantage point. So in the high vantage point, you're just kind of really working on, you know, getting yourself with ridges. You're just trying to play yourself with a little bit of the play yourself in the higher points of the map. And if you're able to see the opponents, then that is the point of time that you definitely want to make full use of things. So for now, still there really isn't anything to be taken account for. But Allison, actually, at the southwestern side of the map, does seem like she's coming in pretty close to Devi Star. The 2 members of Star may actually just bump onto each other real soon. I'm not too sure how this encounter is going to be like. Alice and Star is just waiting. They are literally just places apart. They're really just one place apart from another. Devi Star running away. No, Devi Star, go back in and go get yourself some kills. And that is, I would say very likely they are teammates, right? Alice and Star, they'll both start with VTM and of course ends with a star. Devi Star will eventually get herself away from all of that. Does not want to do anything with Alice and Star. So unfortunately, we would not be looking at any early kills coming in from the 2 of them. And if I'm not wrong, both of these players had a really rough start back in Erangel. So I would understand, actually, I would totally understand if Devi Star were to immediately run away from this encounter and does not want to find herself in any more death threats. Like any scenario that puts her off fast, right? She'll want to play for the placements as much as possible, try to make her way up towards the placement, because that is usually the point of time that you can actually voucher into team fights, or rather voucher into any kinds of fight. As long as you can hear gunfights going about, you can interject in and get yourself some free kills. And that is usually how, you know, Battle Royale games are usually played. Wait for the perfect time to go in for the third parties and, you know, get yourself some free kills. The circle is still gonna be waiting for the right time to eventually push in with only 5 seconds left on the clock. The blue zone will then eventually make its way through. The Campo Falcon inside of Campo Militar will then have to get herself into the circle whenever that she can. Pian actually ran out. Zack also ran out of the current circle. No one have any access to Chumacera, Monte Nuevo, and even Crater Fields, and even El Pozo. That's relatively sad, but still, it's okay, because there is still a huge area to cover. This is literally free real estate for the female players over here, especially down in Los Leones. And in the meantime, Devi Star has finally activated herself with the Scar, driving down everything that she can through her 30 mag clip. Unfortunately, None of the shots actually landed on Allison Star, if I'm not wrong. None of it actually landed. But hey, in the meantime, take a look at Allison Star's equipment. Level 3 helmet and a level 3 vest. Now that is scary. She doesn't really have to care so much about her equipment anymore. All she needs is better guns. And if she's bold enough, she would want to, you know, try to look for care packages. And at this moment of time, we still don't have any care packages around map. And right as I said it, is actually really close to Allison Star. So as we allow the care package to slowly go down, we can then take a look at what is inside of the care package. But the care package is slowly going down. I can't exactly do what I can. So come on, I can't. Okay, there we go. And AUG, the greatest 5.56 gun from the airdrop, is now in close range to... Wait, where are you? Allison? Allison, where are you? Well, yes, pretty much you get the point. Allison is really close to the care package and she can get herself a piece of that AUG. And if she does get it, man, I will say that she's probably gonna be unstoppable. She can just throw that that Uzi away, or perhaps not. I don't think that she has the Uzi anymore. She picked up a recently gotten Scar. It's either the Scar or she actually picked up the new DMR. I'm not sure if it is the DMR that she just recently picked up, but from her point of view, I would suppose that she should have a clear view of that care package. But Eddie's gonna make her way to the care package and get herself some AUG and get herself a full upgrade on the helmets as well as her vest. Now this is going to be great for Eddie, right? Pick up the AUG, get everything that you need to, and get on your way to destroy everyone that stands in your path. A full upgrade. Worth it. Absolutely worth it for Eddie. And no one was gatekeeping no one was even gatekeeping on the crate. The airdrop was completely isolated, which is honestly kind of sad. But also really good for Eddie in the meantime. Vansky made her way all the way down to Puerto Paraiso. That is rather surprising, but hey, if you are able to get up to the ridge, you will have a pretty decent vantage point. You should be safe there for the time being, but we don't really have a lot of information where is going to be the second circle, because the current circle is still shrinking. The blue zone is still slowly catching up. We still have a lot of time left before the next one arrives. In the meantime, Eddie doesn't really have any place in mind. And if you ask me, I call that she's an imposter because she doesn't have any tasks. She's just really driving around, doesn't really care anything about anything at all. I guess it makes sense, right? Because Eddie doesn't really need to get any more equipments, doesn't need to get any more ammo. Okay, I'm not too sure about ammo in this case because I can't really see the ammo. But she's got good equipments, good helmet, good vest, good weapon, which is the AUG. But the next thing that she could want to go for is go for another AR. Build up with that 4x scope. If possible, get more attachments and eventually go for a close range AR and a far range AR to be capable of fighting at all ranges. It really depends on the player itself, really, if whether they're more of a DMR person, a sniper rifle person, or the kind of far range spray down kind of player. Personally, I'm more of the far range spray down kind of person. I would enjoy having my M4 decked out with the 4x scope. That is my favorite thing. Even the 3x scope works pretty well. I've never tried it with 8x scope, but 6x scope is pretty good as well. I do like the 8x scope. But in the meantime, we also have yet another airdrop available down in the southern side, right in the eastern side of Los Leones. And the Graza. Oh my god. And even a suppressor. Now, okay, so here's the thing. A suppressor, for me, I do not actually like the suppressor on the Graza. I'm not a big fan of suppressor on the Graza, but anything else, like the M4, I'm totally down. I'm totally down with a suppressor on the M4 if I'm rocking the 3x scope. Anything above 4x, you gotta have the AR. You gotta have the muzzle. Compensator or flash hider will work. but not the suppressor. I don't think that that would ever work. It's too much to handle. But in the meantime, the circle is still closing out. More and more players are actually getting their way outside of the current circle, or rather, more and more players is still outside of the current circle, because this is the new circle right now. Circle number 2. And in the meantime, we do have a little bit of a ping going on about onto Zula. One kill right onto Zula. Well, one thing that we want to take note of is Falcon is still at the blue zone. He's still outside. Devi Star eventually got herself a single. Devi Star goes down to Allison Star. The both of them actually have been neck and neck for the longest time ever. They're just kind of, zooming past each other. They do not want to engage against each other. Allison Star perhaps was the only one that was a little bit more bloodthirsty. But for Devi Star, she really doesn't want to do. She really doesn't want to be part of any of the fights. She doesn't want to do anything at all. But in the end, Devi Star is again gonna be one of the first few players that will drop down pretty early. And does seem like Geek Skylark has started her fight with Allison Star. But hey, it's gonna be a little bit far. Allison Star, I think she'll be pretty much A-okay and will not be decked out by Geek just yet. Geek Skylark is still relatively far. And in the meantime, Inda gets a kill onto Geek Scans. Geek Scans was one of the players that managed to make her way to top 10, if I'm not wrong. Top 10 in the in Erangel. So unfortunately for Geek Scans, her run is not so far in here for the Miramar side. Well, I'm not too sure, but the circle is definitely going to be closing real soon with only 40 seconds left on the clock. One of the airdrop has been taken. The Graza airdrop has not yet been taken. Whoever is going to be in Los Leones or anyone in close to anyone in the center of La Bendita as well as Impala can actually make their way over, right? We've got Gwyn, we've got, who is this again? Sabribri Games, that is really close as well. But in the meantime, Inda is actually going to make her way closer and closer over to the airdrop, but I don't think she cares about it. Yeah, Inda actually doesn't care so much about the airdrop. Ah, there we go. There we go. She is making her way. She's approaching. She is definitely approaching. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a good pickup coming in from Inda. The Graza, the suppressor, the full kit coming from her. She's going to be on her way to success. Let us just take a look on the other side. In the middle of the current new circle, it does seem like we do have quite a lot of things going on about. We do have Boom Pinky that is just going to be driving across the horizon closer to every kind of ridges that you can possibly see. No one is within her 1 kilometer range, or yeah, can't really see much though. But we do have Catalea that is within of Minas Generales. We do have Hun that's going to be on the southeastern side. Meow Mistar got herself yet another kill. Could there be even more things that may happen though? It is still rather early into the game, right? And we already have a good amount of players that has been taken away. And that is a total of 4 players. Geek Scans, Allison Star, Devi Star. Wait, Allison Star went down. Oh, okay, so here's the funny thing, right? Here's the funny thing. Devi Star was killed by Allison Star. Allison Star was killed by Meow Star. All of them is just huddled together, ready to kill each other off at their at throat's reach, right? They, I don't know. It's just kind of funny. Perhaps that they kind of have this, training thing in mind. They are very used to a certain situation and a certain building that they always go, and they are using it against each other now. They are really playing at each other's throat. And it's understandable because this is a solo game, right? This is a solo game. Every woman for herself. You don't have to care about literally anyone else but yourself. Wait, is this a new care package? Oh, yes, I think it is. I think it actually is. M249, useless. Let's move on. It doesn't seem like we'll be expecting more. But Amethyst, though. Amethyst. Is Amethyst really close to someone? Am I seeing it right? Yeah, I think Amethyst is really close to Pian. Amethyst was the player who was number 1 in the previous game, and of course she led the scoreboard with a total of 260. She realizes that she's in a very unfortunate position, and she decided to bail. Bail as far away. The car is gonna capsize soon, or no? Managed to get herself upright, received a single shot coming in. Gets herself pretty far away, and I guess that this is her way of gatekeeping. She's not gonna go all the way inside of the new circle just yet, or into the safe zone just yet. Amethyst is just going to be hiding around right by her surrender de patron. But does she have decent scope though? I think she have like a 8x scope if I'm not wrong. But there really is no reason for you to be playing this aggressively, right? Especially at the exterior of the circle. She doesn't have a lot of med kits. The only thing that she have is 5 bandages as well as 3 med kits. No painkillers, a single energy drink, and no syringes. I mean, you can definitely go on and do a lot more, but you would want to play it safer than before first. You definitely want to play safe first. And Amethyst may actually come close to kick Mini, as they now is going to be meeting each other. Mini drops off a buggy, prepares to open fire onto Amethyst right through the horizon. She's pretty much a-okay. Amethyst immediately jumps off of a motorbike and is gonna be ready to fire some lead, put in some holes in the bodies of Mini. Question is that really gonna happen though? Because Mini, she's just gonna be hiding behind the boulder, waiting for Amethyst to come out. Mini does have a little bit of an advantage because of the fact that she does have the boulder to cover for herself. She can definitely have the third-person view and be able to see exactly where Amethyst go, while Amethyst have absolutely no idea and cannot see whatever that is going on. Amethyst is at a heavy disadvantage. With a frag grenade thrown, she sees a frag grenade and she eats it! Oh! Right in the face. Well cooked by Amethyst. Well cooked. Amethyst has definitely knows how to cook a grenade indeed. Took quite some time. And of course, the opponents didn't even have a chance. Mini didn't even have a chance, didn't even have the time to move away. The moment that she sees the frag grenade in her face, it exploded into smithereens. And so did her body, by the way. Well played for Amethyst, an early 1 kill to her name. And she realizes, hey, Pian is back. Pian has caught up. And now she's also inside of the safe zone, so she can actually try to play it a little bit more aggressively if she wants to. But now, with the new vehicle, thanks to Mini, she picks up the buggy, gets herself closer and closer to the new area, which I suppose is gonna be really hectic. We do have Moon that is just really close as well. She does have a good amount of bandages though, but she is very close to another person. You can't exactly see whom. Number 3, and that is going to be Zula. A good amount of players just going to be around each other. Zula opens fires onto Jimin. And they have a building all for themselves now. I think they will be pretty fine though. Cooking up with the grenade. Could we witness another grenade kill though? Firing blindly through the smokes. Zula does not land a single lead onto Moon just yet. Moon is playing it safe. She does not use her recovery stuff just yet. That is kind of the main question. Why doesn't she pop some of her recovery? There we go. Pops the recovery. She still have a good amount of energy drinks. Will be able to pop them off. She's using her final painkillers actually, instead of saving the painkiller for a single dose of energy drink. She pops the painkiller almost instantaneously right here. Not that it is a problem, to be honest. It is not a problem at all. And now the new circle has been popped. We do have a good amount of shots coming in. The door that's been covering Moon is now been shattered open. The amount of cover for Moon is now becoming increasingly small. But she still have a wide area to run away to. She still have a lot of places that she can escape and a lot of places that she can play. She doesn't necessarily have to play inside of the building actually. Melmi Star brings down chips from the other side. A really good frag grenade coming in. Moon takes half damage. Zula is ready for the perfect opportunity, but Moon runs right out. Picks up with Zula with a jump shot and actually misses quite a lot of shots going in. But in the end, she still managed to make it. But Zula returns with a kill with the Molotov, a 1-for-1 trade-off right in where they were. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That was rather funny as well. They went out for a all-out fight, a full hip-fire fight. They understood what was in front of them. There's really no point in going all in with their ADS. So just hip-fire all the way. And for Zula, I guess she just got caught red-handed, or rather, fire-handed. She was cooking up on the Molotov, and I guess that, you know, the opponents just came out right as Zula was holding on to the incendiary. That's why the incendiary popped. But hey, in the end, that incendiary gave her a total of 12 points. But it also, to be fair, dropped her out of the game. If she hadn't picked up the incendiary, if she wasn't holding on to the incendiary, she would very likely have the advantage in taking up the first shot and eventually getting the first kill. Gwyn going on straight, getting herself with yet another kill in this game, or rather, the first kill of this game. Miramar is starting to look really, really tasty. The only members here, the only players here right now with total of 2 kills is Meow My Star as well as Inda VNG. And the circle is slowly starting to close. The members of Fsl Mobile Solos have found themselves in a tight situation. One man down coming in on the eastern side. Hun has found herself 1 kill. And now, she have low amount of health. Pops the first aid kit. The circle closes right behind her. Vansky is just across the horizon as well. If you're just gonna take a look at Vansky, she's actually outside of the circle. This isn't good. She's gonna be popping bandages, popping energy drinks. I actually don't know if whether she can survive this. She pops the smoke. Wait, is this smoke popped by her? She runs across. She needs to heal now. She actually needs to heal now. She's so close to Hun. And just like that, hello! Oh wait, Blinksy? Blinksy is the one that killed, not Hun! Oh my god. In the end, Hun did not get that 12 kills to herself. That is wasted. I'm pretty sure that Hun actually had the third person view. I'm pretty sure that she could pop her head out and get the kill almost immediately, but she didn't. And she played it relatively slow. It could have been yet another kill to her name, and it would be great as she slowly goes up to the top 10, receiving a little bit of shot. Pian goes down to the hands of Eddie with the AUG. Hun traveled all the way to the northern side. Doesn't really care about Gwyn. Doesn't really care about Katalea. In the meantime, Nami went down as well. We do have a lot of fights that's gonna go on about. We may miss out a little thing or two, but I believe that Cherry might be the one that is gonna be looking for the next fight. Bloodthirsty, looking for some bloodlust, splattering across the floor. Cherry have got her eyes on Melmy Star. Fires away. Did not land a single shot. Lands one actually. Uses the red dot sight. Unfortunately, not something that you will want to use to go for such a long fight. Yes, this is the one that you need. The 3-time scope to aim all the way on the Melmy Star. But unfortunately, none of them hits again. But coming in from behind, Amethyst takes in the backstab shot. Comes in and stab him, stab. Send her into the airlock, ladies and gentlemen. While Eddie is going to be taking the buggy, heading all the way to the northern side of the current new circle. Gatekeeping, sees Katalea. Eddie does have the AUG though. She's going to have superior aim advantage. But Amethyst is definitely a player that you have to be careful. Amethyst is definitely a player that you have to watch out for. With a total of 10 bandages and 4 first aid kits, I'm pretty sure that Amethyst should be able to stay alive pretty darn long. She's going to be equipping the Uzi just for the close range combat. Eddie actually went down right after I said that she will have the advantage in terms of fights. I have absolutely no idea where they came from. Now Katalea is equipping her M16. Why would anyone use the M16? Okay, at least for me, I do not like the M16. She ignores the AUG. She doesn't care about the AUG. We are now left with 4 players with Inda at the epicenter of the new circle, right inside of the shed. She doesn't care. She can see everyone outside, but she can't necessarily kill anyone if she stays inside of the shed. So she makes her way outside. But shots fired by Queen. Queen is ready to lay down the lead right onto Inda. She understands that there is one person inside of the shed. Now, this is kind of the question, right? This is kind of the part where you kind of question your sanity and also question your decision making. How far in do I go in the circle? Do I wrap around the extremities of the circle? Do I take the risk into meeting other players? Or do I just run straight in and try to deal with Inda? Queen does not have any information other than the fact that, yes, number one, there's Inda right inside of the circle. Except for now. Until now. He sees Inda, takes the shot, misses the head. Just takes some time, takes one more shot, misses again. Katalea is still proning, still getting all the shot in. But as long as she plays it like that, she's going to be eaten up, consumed by the blue. She has to do something real quick. And she hops onto a vehicle, getting shot down by Inda right inside of the shed. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is kind of the question that you ask yourself. Do I go in or do I not? In the end, she went in, and apparently, it was the mistake. Katalea, at the other side of the ridge, is going to be meeting up with Inda. Just gonna be waiting for the perfect opportunity for Katalea to, in the end, pop right out. And now the circle has went towards Amethyst again. She's currently at the top of the ridge. She does have a care package as well as the vehicle. She tried to destroy the vehicle first, but Katalea comes in from the other side of the ridge, something that Amethyst was not expecting. And now it is going to be a 1 versus 1 fight. The circle is now in favor of absolutely no one. Inda have to reposition herself, finds herself in a better position, completely opposite of where Katalea is. And she also have a full ridge for herself to play. Inda definitely knows how to play her game right. Definitely know how to make full use of a position. And just like that, with a 3-time scope spray down, she ended the game with a total of 5 kills, gaining her a total of, I can't count, 48 points. Yes, 48 points plus 200 points. So congratulations over to Inda. That is one heck of a point. That is a lot of points that you have managed to get for yourself. That was amazing kills, amazing plays. That rotation came in at such a perfect time, and that have forced Katalea to move on, to make herself and find herself with a new spot. Especially since Katalea does not have any vehicle of her own. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for map number 2 in Miramar. We still have 2 more maps to go, and that is going to be Vikendi and then Sanhok, which is my favorite because Sanhok is small, more team fights. As a caster, who doesn't like team fights? Well, congratulations to Inda for winning map number 2. Amethyst actually made her way to the top 3 with a total of 3 kills and I think 150 points. Yes, 150 points. Yes, 150 points for 3rd place. So she got a total of 186 points that she's able to get for herself. So I'm pretty confident that Amethyst may still stay in the top of the leaderboards, but we will only get the answer later when we get the scoreboards refreshed, we update the scoreboards, which you should be able to see later at the holding page. So, ladies and gentlemen, for now, we will be right back with you guys with map number 3 in Vikendi. So, don't go anywhere.
with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? When the mist is overgone, there's something inside the water. Don't know where they're coming from. They are free to roam above the sea, and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say?
ladies and gentlemen, we are now gonna be looking at map number 3 in Vikendi. But of course, welcome to the FSL Mobile Solos number 2. My name is Abstract and I will be your caster for today. And after game number 1 and game number 2, or rather, map number 1 and map number 2, we have tallied up the scores and got a total of this scoreboard. So let's just take a look at the leaderboards with Amethyst still taking up the top spot with a total of 456 points. Rather good. So she's been very consistent right now. Unfortunately, where it was okay. So for second game, we've got coined. Wait, who is that? Okay, so yeah, Coinda. Yeah, okay, so for that, we do have number 248 points. Oh, that's Inda. Okay, yeah. Once everything is just kind of squished together. Yeah, Inda was the one that managed to win in map number 2. So she managed to climb back up rather high. So currently 404 points. And coming after that, it does seem like we do have more players that's coming right down. But of course, they're not too far. With a total of 372 points, 340 points, 202 points, and finally 192 points coming in onto Miami Star, Green, as well as Hex Moon. Moon is the one that we also have been watching out for just now. But well, enough of my blabbering about. We're just going to be jumping right onto map number 3 right about now. And of course, before we even take a look at the flight path, I gotta have to thank our partners, Dreamcore, Yahoo, Super Solid, as well as Intel. If not, this stream would not have been possible. And now, let us all take a look at the flight path. The flight path is going to be starting at the northeastern side, and will be flying through Cosmodrome. It will be flying through the coal mine, flying through Mount Kresnik, and of course right on top of Dobro Mesto. So I'm not surprised that most of these players will head down towards the southern side first, because there is so much area to be covered first, right? And understandably, Vikendi is a huge map, and to be honest, not my favorite map. Definitely not my favorite map at all. But still, a map is a map is a map. You gotta have to play whatever that you are able to. But we're looking at how the players is going to be distributing themselves. For now, a lot of players is actually going to be rather packed in the northern side, as you can see right onto coal mine, the ports, as well as Zapava. And not to forget, at the lower side, we do have 1% Dino Park. I believe that Eddie might want to make her way over to Vihar, and Zach all the way down towards Hot Springs, perhaps. Right smack in the middle. Also, we do have Jimin, which is right now our cam is on. But I guess the most interesting part is Moon as well as Green, because they are literally just next to each other. And Moon immediately went down to the hands of Allison Star already. Unfortunately, we have missed all the action. We could not quite see how Moon died, but at least we kind of knew, or at least we kind of know that Moon has went down. Definitely without a fight though. Inda takes one down onto Sabri Games early into the game, and she has already gotten herself with 1 kill already. This is going to be definitely good on her scoreboard, definitely good on the leaderboards, as long as you don't die too early, because for this leaderboard system, or this point system, the points coming in from your placements is just so important. Skylark taking one down once again, and not to forget, I definitely am going to be looking at probably more action right on top of Coal Mine. If you take a look at Amethyst, one of our top players, in fact, our top players in the leaderboards, she does seem to have a Bison as well as an M16 for now. Can't exactly see whether I was right or not, but we do have someone that's relatively close. Chips, still somewhere around the area. Everyone else would then slowly make their way down towards where Chip is, or rather make their way down to where Amethyst is right now, because they are very far from the current circle. The new circle is, the number 1 circle is going to be popped right down south, covering the entirety of Milna, Winery, Kantara, Volanova, Abby, and literally everything at the map down below, and will only cover a small fraction of Cement Factory and a small fraction of Mount Kresnik by that region. So I don't know about how this game is going to be played, because most likely there will be a massive amount of human jam going on at the northern side. Most players will want to head their way to Villa, and some might want to make their way all the way towards Volanova and then towards Winery or Abbey. Whichever that works for them, right? Whichever that works for them. In the meantime, Chips is going to be slowly scouring for the opponents, playing right at the edge, right at the extremities of Zabara, and hoping to catch someone out. And also, there seems to be a ski boat here. You may want to use a ski boat. Use that ski boat as a bait, you know. Instead of using it, use it as a bait. Use it as a bait and kill whoever comes to try to take it. But I suppose that's not gonna happen. Chips have picked up the ski boat and got herself all the way down south. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be meeting up with someone soon. Amethyst picks up the kill on the Blinksy. We don't have any more idea and no more information about the rest of the players. But for now, Melmi Star is relatively close to Falcon as well. We haven't seen or heard of Falcon for quite some time already. Falcon in Miramar played in the northeastern side, was very, very far ahead. But I don't remember seeing her anywhere close to the top 10, if I'm not wrong. I think she got wiped out pretty early. But it is still too early for me to say, because I have goldfish memory. I'm unable to give you the perfect, or rather the accurate representation of how far Falcon has went. Melmi Star picks up the vehicle and will be on her way to safety. Jim is just gonna be making her way right inside of Port Vostok. The only one player that is going to be close to her is going to be Zula. As you can see, player number 6 is still somewhere around the vicinity. Just going to be holding right by the rooftops, completely exposed down to her 6. As long as you don't point her back towards Jimin, all should be okay. But it's just going to be jumping right down, trying to scour for things, trying to look for people. A really aggressive gameplay. That is provided if she knows, like, you know, there is no one around the building to be doing anything. But now, you know, there's so many things going on about the map. We don't even have any idea how the players would want to rotate from the map. Because if there's going to be a huge amount of chokes in the top side, understandably, if I'm one of the players at the northern side, I see a lot of people heading towards the northern side during the parachuting part. I know that I need a vehicle to send myself towards the southern side of the new circle, because it is way too convenient for anyone to enter into the northern side of the current circle. It is too easy, and it is way too dangerous. And in fact, I think that Amethyst is indeed really interested in that kind of action, because Amethyst is riding right through and through the northern side and making her way into the circle already. May actually catch up, and of course may actually bump with Alison Star. Amethyst right behind of Alison Star. Would definitely want to catch up to Alison Star as much as possible. The question is, will she be able to catch up with the ski boat or not? Both of them should be on a ski boat, to be honest. Alison Star is still riding on the ski boat. They are now in Dinosaur Park. But Amethyst is not gonna catch. It's not gonna engage. Actually, she's gonna go down south and completely avoid Alison Star. Now this is what I'm talking about. Amethyst definitely knows what she's doing. She's thinking the same way as I am. There's so many people that's gonna be in the northern side, and eventually, if you go over there and gatekeep first, it does make it does make sense. So too many people, 20 people. There's just way too many people in the top side. You need to play it safe. You need to be smart with the way that you go around. And in the meantime, it does seem like we have a new name that popped up in our map, and that is Chips. I don't think Chips is coming too close. Addy is coming close as well. Driving by with the vehicle. Not too close, actually. Not too close to Amethyst. It's just a few buildings away. But I don't think that Eddie is interested in ending it here. Don't think that Eddie is intending to stop it here, I guess. She's baiting for shots. She's really just scouring scouring for information, trying to see if whether there is anyone inside of these buildings by, you know, kind of driving it slow, trying to wait for someone to pop their head out, find information. But she realizes, hey, there is no one. This area is safe. This compound is absolutely safe. I can stay here now. Amethyst and Chips is going to be the next few people that definitely knew what they want. So they head down to the southern side, closer to Miramar, right? In between of AB, if I'm not wrong. That is smart play. While Falcon is still taking her own sweet time at the outside of the current circle. Personally, not my favorite kind of play. I do not like to stay outside of the new circle. I typically like to play gatekeeping, gatekeeping inside of the circle, right? It's either at the extremities of the circle if I know that I have the position to, and if I know someone is definitely behind me and they would want to make their way over, and there's a lot of people, I can kill multiple at once. Or, if I have no information whatsoever about anyone around me, I would typically just go straight into the circle and predict where could be the next new spot. Stay right in the center and play as safe as possible while killing anyone who tries to come in. I just don't really like the playstyle of what's going on in the northern side. Skylark, I believe, has went down to Zula. Zula? Let's take a look. Yep, Zula have got herself a single kill there. Skylark has went down to the hands of Zula. Falcon is still outside. Pian is also still outside of the current circle. Once they enter into the circle, there may be some issues for them. I'm not too sure if whether there's even going to be any, any gatekeepers outside of the circle, because this is still a relatively large circle. There really is no need for any of the players to be gatekeeping, as you can pretty much see. Zula and the rest of players like Jenny, Inda, they are not looking into the circle. Or they're not looking outside of the circle. Gwyn brings down one in the form of Allison Star is still around, Devi Star is still around, so the one that went down is the other star, which is Meow Me Star. I would say that Mini BS as well as Han and Zack, they have to get themselves away from the eastern part of the island. Because there is absolutely no way, right? Zero way that the center of the circle will be in that part of the island. Yes, maybe just a small area, a small percentage of that of the eastern area of the island will be caught by the new circle, but the subsequent circle will not have the eastern side. So it's always safe to go into Volnova first. They should make their way to Volnova. That makes perfect sense. Well, in the meantime, Gwyn, I think she found something. She heard something, or perhaps it was a misclick. I don't see anyone around her, to be honest. I don't see anyone. Yes, Allison Star though, she is not too far ahead. She does have a boulder in between of her as well as Gwyn. We got Devi Star on the other side. Wait, where exactly is Devi Star? Right, Devi Star is right by Dino Park, right? Allison Star in the center of Devi Star as well as Gwyn VNG. Right, smack in the center. In the meantime, this is the part that we have to take a look at the airdrop, which has been taken already actually. So unfortunately, we weren't able to see exactly what was inside of the airdrop. Nami may potentially be the one that picked up a good item from the airdrop. Looking at it, is that an AUG? Yes, it is an AUG. So Nami is the one that picked up the AUG. It's a relatively good airdrop. I'm interested to see how Nami is going to continue her pursuit into this game. With an AUG and with the right amount, with the right attachments, you can pretty much propel your way forward into the later stages of the game, as long as you know how to fully capitalize onto the AUG's low amount of recoil and decent amount of damage as well. In the meantime, more. We've got another care package coming in with a Graza, as well as a suppressor with Adrenaline Syringe and the Ghillie Suit Snow. And Allison is right smack here, ready to pick up her package. Allison Star, it is all for you. All you gotta do Just stay where you are. Don't go anywhere, and you will eventually realize that you have a giddy suit for yourself, and it works perfectly with your playstyle right now. It works perfectly for where you are. How exactly is she even gonna take the care package though? The care package is right here, and she's just right there, right? So she have to move. She definitely has to move. She will be able to get into Green's dead blind spot, and as for Devi, maybe a little bit too exposed. Just a little bit too exposed. But I don't think that Allison knows. I really don't think that Allison knows that there's a care package around her. Does she even know? She's currently at level 2 helmet and level 1 vest. If she were to pick up that care package, she will definitely play a lot more bold. Well, either way, when I hope that Allison will go over and pick up the care package. But in the meantime, I believe that we have more important stuff to be looking at, and that is gonna be Falcon, as she plays as the gatekeeper, making sure that Jimin stays inside, or perhaps not go outside. Because once Jimin goes outside, Falcon will have the free real estate, and of course will be able to get that easy kill to her name. At this moment of time, Falcon have yet to credit a single kill for herself just yet. She's gonna take things slowly and wait for the perfect opportunity. She doesn't want to expose herself through her footsteps as well. While Jimin is still suspicious. Or perhaps not suspicious, she knew. With a bomb. And of course, Jimin definitely saw that already. Jimin definitely saw Falcon. Falcon have to bail. Falcon have to get far away. Out of the eyes of Jimin. But to be honest, I don't even have an idea if whether she's even out of Jimin's eyes just yet. The mount coming in. Preparing to go straight in, and the hip fire coming in. Man, Falcon, oh, that's not the way. That is absolutely not the way. It would have been better if she played it a little bit slowly, you know, kind of clear out the room, do whatever that you need to, sweeping from the left over to the right instead of running right out in the open, trying to go for the hip fire. Oof. You have no information as to where the other opponents is. You gotta have to play slow. You gotta have to play safe. You have to sweep the room from left to the right or the right to the left, depending where you're coming out from. But regardless, nice try over to Falcon. Nice try. Jimin is now right outside the play zone. She has about 30 seconds to get herself closer and closer into the circle. And now, the circle has gotten smaller. It's covering Winery, Volnovo, Castle, Tovar, Dino Park, as well as a small little bit of Milnar. Of course, understandably, Abby will be inside because it's right smack in the center of the circle. But regardless, we do have a massive amount of players that is flushed towards the northern side. Most of the players is going to be on the northern side, understandably so, because the flight path, right, is all the way at the north. Everyone just parachuted at the northern side, and it is the closest place that it can ever be. It's very likely that these players did not manage to pick up a single vehicle, and they prefer to be on foot. They do not want to draw all forms of attention over to them, and the only closest place and the only safest place that they can ever play is towards the northern side of the circle, only to realize that a lot of players is also going to be at the northern side of the circle. Jimin decides to play it slow, stays at the coastal area in the center of Vikendi. We still have about 15 members alive. The circle is still relatively big, and I'm still waiting for the point of time where Allison Star were to finally pick up that, well, the care package. She's just staying there. I think. Yeah, she's still staying there. She's camping for a long time, waiting for the perfect opportunity. But, you know, care package, woohoo! Just right here. Wait, Allison, woohoo! The care package. I really hope Allison Star realizes the care package is there. But in her eyes, right, in her perspective, the red smoke is now already gone. As long as she were to run towards the care package, it's all Gucci. But the thing is, it's counterintuitive. The care package is actually going to outside of the circle. So there's actually no reason for Allison to actually look towards this way. She needs to go the other way. So there could actually be a high possibility that, you know, Allison Star do not even see the care package at all. Where's Amethyst? Picking up the car. Driving herself closer and closer into the new circle. Her playstyle is very similar to mine. Getting myself into the circle almost immediately as fast as I can, just so that I don't I don't really have to care so much about, you know, losing a fight outside of a compound, you know, so at least I can still, you know, bump around, change locations if this location is highly contested. Things become too tough for me to handle, I bail, I get to the new place. Or else, if that is going to be the case where you want to go into the circle at the last minute, then things are going to be tough because you don't really have that much amount of time to play around. In the meantime, I think Amethyst actually caught her eyes on the Chip. She found Chip a little bit a while just now. Davy Star goes down to the hand of Eddie with a Mac 10. Amethyst should be rather safe for the time being. She shouldn't be expecting much for now. Vansky with one kill on top of Jenny. A wider landscape that we are going to see right now. The circle have about halfway through until it fully closes in onto the players here. Allison Star have not picked up the care package and is still around. I would say it's definitely still around. It is time for Allison Star to start moving, buddy. It is time to start moving and find out that there is actually a care package somewhere around there. But either way, it does seem like Ivy is actually relatively close to... Who is this? Inda? Or is it Green? Inda, yeah. So she is very, very close to Inda. Throwing a frag grenade inside of the toilet, and Inda realizes, ooh, she's outside of the building. She needs to scout. She needs to understand exactly where is the other player. She does seem like she's rather frantic. Panicky a little bit. But I believe that Inda does have her suspicions onto Ivy. Preparing to throw the grenade through the window. Oh, cooked a little bit too long. Ivy grew suspicious now. Throws out the smokes. Now about Ivy. This is a perfect opportunity for her to actually run away, I think. Ivy is just gonna be hiding just somewhere inside of the building. Throws a single smoke away. And she should be pretty safe, pretty A-okay when it comes to getting run away. But in the meantime, Eddie. Eyes on Eddie now. Rather close to Hun. Hun gonna make a run for it. Inside of the vehicle, Eddie completely misses the opportunity. Misses everything else. Did not land a single shot, if I'm not wrong. Zula, Vansky, and Jimin is still outside of the new circle. The choke point? No choke points. This game is rather balanced. North, south, east, and west. With two members in the middle. More players in the top left-hand side. Allison Star may have her eyes on Jimin. The door is not supposed to be like that. Honestly, there's not really a lot of things that they could do, because most of these players already have a cover of their own, and there's really no reason for you to be out hunting for other players. They just have to wait for other players to relocate themselves. Because once a circle, usually you expect that most of the kills and most of the problems that arises is during the relocation. When you're trying to bump up from place to place, that is where you will always see something happening. You'll always see someone dying. Be it in a car or trying to move from one place to another by foot. And typically at this moment of time, you'd usually start to see people move by foot and dying to it. But in the meantime, Ivy as well as Inda, they are well within the new circle, and Amethyst is just very, very close as well. As you can see, we do have 2 buildings here. As long as anyone were to inhabit in this building, then it would be perfect because it's currently uninhabited. Amethyst or Chips, they have to make their way over. They have to secure this building as soon as they can. But as you can see, Amethyst, she kind of wants to play it slow. Not? Yeah, she kind of wants to play it slow. She just wants to hide within this small little workshop. This garage is the safe place for Amethyst. She immediately assumed that there are people in the bigger building right about here, as you can see right in the center of the map. But there isn't anyone at all. The smarter play was to go and scout. Go and scout, see if you feel anyone is in there. Take a look at the loots around. Are the loots collected? Are the items collected? Is it safe to go there? Listen to the footsteps is something that Amethyst could do. But hey, there's nothing wrong about playing extremely safe as well. Here we have, ladies and gentlemen, this may be the big part. Jimin is right outside of here. Allison Star with a Tommy gun kill. Everyone else is very, very close. How about the next one? Inda is right around the vicinity as well. He does have close eyes onto literally everyone. You can hear a little bit of footsteps if I'm not wrong. The footsteps is mostly on the left side. I think that the footsteps actually belongs to Allison Star. With a single smoke or a single frag. More frags going on about. Mini getting a kill on the Zula on the northern side. Green with a kill onto Han. Looks like we are missing some valuable action in the eastern side. Could we be looking at more actually? It's relatively tough. More incendiary. Allison Star, they are all getting prepared for more action. But unfortunately, for Allison Star, hasn't really quite seen anyone just yet. More fire coming in from the southern side. Amethyst finds himself onto Eddie, tries to go for a full way down with the 6x scope. Managed to push Eddie off of the vehicle though, so that is definitely a plus point. But Amethyst really wants to get herself away, or maybe stay inside of the current place. Amethyst is very, very cautious. Definitely does not want to throw caution in the wind at this point of time because this is the top 9 already. She have to make it through. Get at least one first place, or rather get another first place. And Amethyst is pretty much safe. She's definitely gonna be safe at the top of the leaderboards because the next one is gonna be Sanhok, and that is where you kind of grind and farm all the kills. And understandably, you can also go for the placements because placements is very, very important. 200 points for first place. You can never ignore that. We've got Gwen right smack in the center of the circle. She's got a really nice wall to cover for her, and also a car that's covering her 6. The Dacia plays in a perfect spot. She should be okay. But the northern side though, Allison Star opens fire. Does seem like we have a lot of action going on about Vansky. Just gonna be going on a 1 versus 1 fight. Mini takes the kill right onto Vansky and pops the lead to the head on Vansky. Mini stays alive for the 2nd time in a row and have given her 2 kills in a row so far. And it's a Star is going to be popping some smokes, and I think that is going to be her escape mechanism. The only way that she can get closer and closer to the center of the circle, or rather even to the extremities of the circle. What Allison Star can do is just play a little bit slower, stay inside of this building, wait for someone to to go past you, because you have a lot of painkillers, you have 4 energy drinks, a single adrenaline adrenaline syringe, and not to forget medkit and first aid kit. You have a good amount of them. You can afford to play a little bit more riskier. You can stay inside of the blue for a little while you buy some information. See if there's anyone that's going to go past you, and only then backstab them, throw them into the airlock, kill them, loot their stuff, and then pop your boosters. That would be the smartest decision, I would say. Unless people already knew that you are around the area, you see. That is going to be the toughest part. Because if you were to go there first, you are basically the scouts for all the other 3 members. You go there first, you will help them realize, hey, this place is safe or not. Is it really safe or is it not safe? I think Minnie already got her eyes onto Allison already. So let us just take a look at Minnie. She's currently taking quite a bit of damage. And Allison Star immediately spots Minnie out. Allison Star takes the kill right onto it. And we're looking at the next part of this circle. The new circle has now been popped. Inda brings Allison Star down. Yet another kill for Inda. 2 kills in total, while Gwyn has a total of 3 kills. The circle is now becoming scarier and scarier. Gwyn goes for a full spray down on Eddie. Completely open in that foliage. Did not work out too well for him, unfortunately. But Gwyn may eventually pop up with the the 5th kill for herself. Jimin goes down to the blue zone, popping a little bit more of the energy drink for herself. But the thing is, Gwyn have to be really careful as to whoever is going to be behind, because Amethyst is going to be still in the garage. She needs to find the perfect opportunity to be driving into the new circle, whereby Inda and Gwyn is already at. The problem is, Inda have got the best spot possible. She does have a long wall spreading across behind her. She have a boulder for herself. Amethyst drives by in. Oh my god. Oh my god! Amethyst! That is not... Oh my... Marking herself at 4th place. And the only harm that she have gotten for herself is herself. She escaped from the vehicle a little bit too early, a little bit too late, or whatever it is. She dies to inertia. And Inda is safe for now. Because if it's going to be a fight between Inda as well as Amethyst, my oh my, I don't even know what's going to happen. Gwyn with a frag onto Chips. It is going to be a 1 versus 1 scenario. Gwyn with a total of 5 kills, while Inda only with a total of 2 kills. If Gwyn were to win in here with the 1st place, then it's going to propel Gwyn forward into the leaderboards. And Amethyst was like 4th place. Oh! Did not see where that came from. Inda pops right up from the foliage, immediately put down the 5.56 round onto the shoulders of Gwyn. Gwyn didn't even have the time to turn around, didn't even have the time to even react to all of that. And just like that, went down to the hands of Inda. Congratulations to Inda, as Inda has managed to draw herself with the next game. And of course, map number 3. So far, we have got very different results in the first place, right? First game, we have Amethyst. Second game, we have Inda. Oh wait, third game, we have Inda again. Inda has been very, very consistent, while Amethyst in 4th place, right? 140 points. Adding up with a total of 2 kills, she have a total of 24 points. So I have a feeling that Amethyst is definitely gonna drop in points. Inda is definitely gonna come up on top in 1st place. Amethyst, I think, in 2nd place, and Gwyn have a very good chance in putting herself in the 3rd place, right? I'm not too sure, but I would really like to take a look at the leaderboards. But for now, we're just gonna let the admin sit on it, take a look at the scoreboard, wait for a little bit while longer, update the scoreboard, and you guys will be able to take a look at what is going to be the total points later in the holding screen. But for now, we're going to be looking at a short break before we jump on to the last game of today, and that will be Sanhok. So, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your horses, hold on to your seats. We'll be right back with ya.
What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? and their story stays with me like a haunting melody. What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? What do spirits say? What do spirits say in a darker day? What do spirits say? Like a haunting melody.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally in for the last part of the FSL Mobile Solos number 2. And of course, we have seen through three maps already. We've got the Erangel, Miramar, Vikendi, and finally, here we are. We are looking at Sanhok as the last map now. Last map. And we've got really close leaderboards, to be honest. If you guys just take a look here, first place we do have Inda with a total of 640 points, and just right below her is Amethyst with 620 points, with only 20 points deficit. And in the meantime, we also have Green, that is 580 points, and that is only 40 points deficit. Anything comes and goes. Anyone could win, anyone could lose. It's really dependent on how these players play. So Inda, Amethyst, and Queen, I gotta have to keep my eyes on them. I have to. And now, whoever comes into the first place, they have a chance to not have a chance. Whoever comes in the first place, they will go back home with 100 SGD. Second place with 70. Third place with 50. Fourth place with 25. Fifth place with 25. Sixth to 8th place with 10 SGD. And now, let us jump right into the game and take a look at what do we have here in store for us. The flight is going to be starting at the northern side, and of course we'll be stopping at the northwest, at the southwestern side. We'll be flying through ruins, a little bit of Sami, Nakam. They also will be going through a little bit of small buildings. Hatin is also going to be one of the places that is clearly accessible to many people. But I suppose that we can always expect that boot camp will be the fun place, don't you think so? We've got Boom Pinky that parachuted in, and I believe we have someone that is relatively close, and that is going to be Jimin as well. This is one place that I definitely want to keep my eyes on. Paradise Resort with only one person in here. Amethyst as well as Ivy is going to be at ruins. So this is also another thing that I have to watch out for, because Amethyst is at risk. If Amethyst do not win here, she's going to lose her first place. She has to get out alive. She needs to do something about this. And first to be knocked out by Ivy feels bad. Now anyone could catch up. Now, okay, so remember, Inda was at first place, right? Inda was at first place, and the third place goes to Gwyn. So, as long as Gwyn... Wait. Gwyn is definitely going to take a second place then. Because the amount of points that... Amethyst got from Sanhok itself is way too low. It's way too low. This is sad now. Gwyn is definitely going to catch up. Well, it is still kind of like a fast stretch for Melmistar to join in the third place. But it's still possible. It's still somewhat possible, because if you win first place, you get yourself 200 points. So you get a total of 590 points on Melmistar, and you would have been able to win Amethyst if you get at least, I think, 4 kills or so. So, Melmistar, you have to be the MVP in order to get yourself to the third place and dethrone Amethyst. It must sure feel good to eliminate Amethyst this early into the competition. And now Amethyst gotta have to feel bad for her. She dropped out from her vehicle at the wrongest time, and she's committed suicide. And inside of Sanhok, she was the first to get knocked out. There's really nothing much I could say except for that I feel bad. I do feel bad indeed. Well, in the meantime, let us just take a look at the entirety of the map. We do have the circle that's already been popped right out. Almost an entirety of Sanhok is covered except for the eastern side. So the stop comes into around caves, quarries is still possible. Paradise Resort is out of bounds. Tatmok as well as Camp Bravo is out of bounds, and even Camp Charlie is also out of bounds. Just a small little edge of Camp Charlie is inside of the current circle. But in the meantime, we don't have to care so much about the circle, are we? We have to focus about boot camp. We have to focus about all the other places where there are more and more people gathering together. And in fact, actually, a lot of players are well spread out. The only 2 members that are close together is Boom Pinky and Jimin, as well as Blinksy together with Chips. But I suppose something is definitely gonna happen between Boom Pinky as well as Jimin real soon. I wouldn't have thought otherwise. Understandably, Sanhok is a very small map. The amount of ammunition, the amount of attachments, literally everything that you can find on the floor is gonna be bumped up. It's gonna be so easy for you to find everything on the map, whereby you don't really have to care so much about gathering equipment, gathering stuff. And in the meantime, Jimmy with the M4A4 on the 3x scope changed it out. And Pinky is right in the eyes of Jimin, and Jimin sprays her down. But unfortunately, only landed the first few shots. Jimin is now very desperate. extremely desperate. And now Jimin will want to wrap around the building and will not win over to Boom Pinky as Pinky has turned the tides around. Congratulations to Boom Pinky. That is definitely not something that you would be expecting over from Boom Pinky. She has suffered a lot of damage. Boom Pinky made full use of the fact that Jimin started to become panicky, started to become greedy, and really wanted to end Boom Pinky out. And Boom Pinky made full use of her third-person view to completely annihilate her opponents. And now Chips is gonna go for a 1 versus 1 action against Blinksy, and Blinksy gets one more down to her name. This part of the game is probably gonna get a little bit still, right? Because everyone is so far apart. Yes, they can still get to each other by an arm's reach. All they gotta do is just run a little bit, and they will be able to meet up with one another. But I will say, after all, this is still PUBG Mobile after all. You still have to wait for the final few circles before the members, before the people start to meet up with each other. But understandably, the first circle starts to close a lot earlier than all the other maps. All the other maps starts to close at about in the 10-minute mark, while as for Sanhok, it starts to close at 7 minutes mark. So we are cutting the game short relatively a lot, maybe by about 10 minutes, 10 to 8 minutes or somewhere around there. And Nami picks up an easy kill right on top of Sanhok. Is it really an easy kill though? Yes, it is. She hasn't suffered a single lead to her body. I guess Nami was just waiting for the perfect time to just pounce into action, gets her claws gouged deep into the opponent's shell, and she definitely did it right. She done well. Looking at things on a bigger side of view, does seem like Addison Star is gonna make her way to Painan. And of course, really close to Inda as well. Inda is going to be one of the players that we definitely need to have our eyes on, because she's the one that is currently in the first place. Gwyn is going to be the other players that we have to watch out for, because she can potentially catch up to Inda, because she's currently in the third place. She can go up to the first place because Amethyst has been taken away. That is one important character, one important player that has been eliminated already. Don't have to care so much. Don't have to be too afraid, rather. In fact, where exactly is she? Inda is here. How about Gwyn? Wait, where's Gwyn? Do we not have Gwyn in this game? Yo, we don't have Gwyn here. Gwyn actually had a chance. Gwyn is not in the game. That means the Amethyst may still keep herself in the second place. Or am I just blind? Gwyn, she's not here. Amazing. So, even though Amethyst got knocked out in the early stages of the game, it still doesn't quite matter a lot. It's all up to Melmi Star. It's only up to Melmi Star now. If Melmi Star were to make big plays, then that is where we will start to observe change in the leaderboards. Everyone else, it doesn't make that big of a difference, right? Inda is confirmed on the first, and of course, as long as she continue performing very well, she's just gonna stay on the top place. Amethyst, very crucial, right? Amethyst has been knocked out already. There's nothing that she can do. She just have to pray that Melmi Star doesn't do anything. But she rest assured, Gwyn is not in this game. She is not playing in this Sanhok game, and there is no way that Gwyn will overtake Amethyst in this game and also the final game. Just to double confirm that Gwyn is actually really not here before I make any more assumptions. Yeah, Gwyn really is not here. Not even in the death. She did not connect into the game. Ooh, my oh my. Well, either way, we are now looking at the next part of the circle, or rather, the circle is now starting to shrink. The blue zone is now slowly climbing closer and closer, terrifying the members here in Sanhok. while all of the members, all of the players around Sanhok, they're just making themselves well at home. Everyone having their own a compound for their own. Boom Pinky herself having the biggest compound for herself, which is going to be the boot camp. Alison Star hiding right inside of Painan. Inda at the outskirts of Painan. Geek Scans outside of Quarry, and you pretty much get the gist of it. Every single one of the players is at least 50 meters away from each 50 meters, like a lot of meters away from each other, right? A lot of meters away from each other. A single box, a single small little box is 100 meters. So there's a lot of movements that needs to be covered. Miramar Star definitely got her eyes on the care package, if I'm not wrong. And speaking of care package, let us just jump right in and take a look at what kind of care package we have with a Graza as well as an 8x scope. Let us take a look at the next one. And this airdrop will give them an AAUG as well as a ghillie suit. Good airdrops. So no one should ignore these airdrops. I would suppose that Blinksy probably wants a piece of that airdrop, provided that Blinksy actually knows that the airdrop is, you know, somewhere around the corner. I would suppose that it is on the way, right? Blinksy would definitely find the airdrop as long as she turns around and go closer and closer over into the circle. But for the time being, maybe in the next 1 minute and 30 seconds, they wouldn't see anything. They definitely would not see anything. The new circle is now shown also, by the way. Camp Charlie is completely out. Query is completely out. We've got half of boot camp that is going to be cut into half. Camp Alpha out of commission, and everything else is going to be at the southern side of Sanhok now. They have to make a play. They have to make some movement soon. Zula may actually get her way closer and closer over to bootcamp, and I'm very, very interested to see if whether Zula intends to go inside of bootcamp, or does she want to wrap around bootcamp and not get into the site. But Zula gets into prone position just so that she can pick up herself an energy drink in order to run a little bit faster. The circle will start closing in 30 seconds time. She still have a great amount of distance that she needs to cover. A lot of running is required. But I'm pretty sure that Zula should be able to get inside of the zone pretty fast. Boom Pinky abandoned the boot camp. Not like it's a big deal, to be honest. It is not a big deal at all. But I would suppose that if you start moving right now, you would, of course, encounter more enemies pretty fast, pretty early as well. But in the meantime, let us just take a look at Falcon. Falcon seems to be pretty close to the enemies. There was a single player that is just right around the edge, and that is going to be Miramar Star. And looking at Miramar Star, she's the one that is required to start to win a lot. She needs to kill at least 5 people and get herself first place in order to get herself a total of about 260 points. And I believe that 260 points should be more than enough to catch up to Inda. Oh wait, no, perhaps not. If Inda is going to continue playing in this game, and she's going to be racking up points, then there is not going to be a lot of chance for her to catch up to Inda. So Inda has to die, right? Inda really has to die. More of the players is now going to slowly swarming into the counter circle. Pian is still right outside of Camp Alpha. We've got Moon and Vansky that is just rooms away, buildings away from each other. They definitely know the presence of each other, but Vansky seems like she may want to have a piece of Moon as she flees over to the other side of that warehouse. It is possibly one of the safest thing that Vansky could do to get herself away from Moon in order to play for placements. With 14 minutes elapsed into the game, 18 players left remaining, there is still a lot of things that can be done and a lot of grounds to be covered. Zula has decided that she will run outside of bootcamp and not to go inside of bootcamp. There's no reason for her to go inside of bootcamp, but either way, no one is going to be in bootcamp right now because the last inhibitor of the person last inhabited boot camp, which is Boot Pinky, is now out of boot camp. So she's going to be making her way right outside in the the southwestern side of boot camp, a little bit more towards the south actually. And Zula should be on her way to meeting up with either number 1 Blinksy or even Pinky, as long as Pinky got her eyes on the prize. As she roams around the coast, waiting for unsuspecting victim to cross the bridge. Now this gatekeeping is not exactly the thing that you would want, because no one really crosses that bridge unless she herself wants to go in and try to make herself somewhere else. As she dives into the water, she's just going to find herself in a brand new position. I do like it, but maybe you have to go slightly towards the north, the southern side instead of swimming over to the northern side actually. Blinksy finds herself a nice little care package, so now is pretty much the time that Blinksy will be able to get up her game, and of course with that ghillie suit. You might want to throw away that pen of yours. It would be a lot better. I believe that Alison Star may have some worthy adversary in front of her. Geek Scans is going to be somewhere around the vicinity, and it does seem like Geek Scans is playing very bold, running about, thinking that no one is around, and this may actually be the chance for a kill. Geek Scans runs into the open, but she's still rather cautious actually. She's still cautious as to every single room that he enters. There's still a lot of items on the ground, and Vansky goes down to Zula, but here we have Alison Star. This is the part. She runs. She's going to make her presence known now. Devi Star goes down from the other side. Alison Star is going to just keep on running and running. Geek Scans pretty much know the presence of Alison Star now. And the amount of grenades that's going on about. Wait, you're right. The grenade is going to be from Geek Scans. The incendiary pops out. Geek Scan prowls right out and immediately gets a kill onto Alison Star. Well played coming from Geek Scans. Not so well coming from Alison. She didn't really need to start running so much unless she heard that grenade. I think maybe she heard the frag grenade, and that's why she just started running all around. If Inda dies now, it's only going to be plus 18 points with 0 kills, right? So Melmi Star just need to win first place and at least 6 kills in order to get herself to first place. But it is considering Inda dies now. So what exactly is happening here from Inda? I suppose Inda understands. Oh, she's got her eyes on Blinksy. She got her eyes on Blinksy. But, you know, Inda, she needs to die. Melmi Star is not looking for kills. She's just waiting for the perfect opportunity to eventually make it up to in front of the opponents. And here we have Moon coming in closer and closer. Melmi Star is now right opposite of the compound of where Moon is. Right in front of the house. As long as Melmi Star don't make any noise, maybe she can bait something from Moon. Or do something. With 20 bandages. 20 bandages. That is a lot. That is absolutely a lot. The play area is now about to shrink, and boy oh boy! The new circle is now going to be comprising of the entirety of the map, right? Everyone is pretty much inside, and it's very easy for everyone to enter. Eddie is just right outside of Tambang. We've got Pian that could go in as well. Inda, pretty close to the extremities of the northeastern side of the circle. Pinky and Geek Scans can definitely make their way through. Zack is a little bit far, but still possible. Han and Sabribi Games is at the southeastern side. No choke points. It is going to be quite a balanced game, right? Everyone else from everywhere else. Blinksy gets a kill on the Zula right at the northern side. Sounds definitely heard by a vast majority of the player inside of this map. Inda is slowly making her way into the building. She will want to play it very safe and sound, making sure that she covers every single corner, ensuring, oh no, she's not going to cover. She's just going to be jumping right in. Daredevil. Just waiting for the right time where Geek Scans eventually comes out. It's a good thing though. It's a really nice position that she's adopting right now. Geek Scans, she have to eventually come down, right? She definitely have to eventually come down from the ridge. And that is where Inda is right there, patiently waiting for Geek Scans. While Boom Pinky climbs up from the other side of the ridge, and I think Geek Scans can pretty much see it. Boom Pinky, you are in a very bad position. Oh, Boom Pinky definitely saw him. Definitely saw Geek Scans now, but she continues running towards the boulder and now got her awareness heightened. She definitely is starting to be cautious. Geek Scan goes for a full spray down, but Geek Scans was a little bit too fast. Fast triggered. Fast triggers. Boom Pinky goes straight down. Inda now knows the positioning of one person, and that is going to be Geek Scans. A slight little understanding, but it does seem like Inda have changed her position. She doesn't want to gatekeep the current area anymore, and, well, not that it's a bad thing to say. Geek Scans definitely will have to make her way closer and closer into the building soon, and Inda would want to suffocate Geek Scans out of the place. Miami Star gets herself a kill. Her first kill. Second kill, actually. Yeah, first kill, sorry. Miami Star picks up the first kill. 5 more kills to go. 5 more kills and a first place. Or perhaps not even 5 kills. She needs more kills now because more and more players are starting to drop down like grapes. Inda needs to die in order for Miami Star to start to pick up the kills. But regardless, I think Miami Star have qualified to second place. As long as the placement is right, to be honest. We still have a lot of mystery. We still have a lot of mystery that has to be covered from Miami Star. If she don't win here, she's just gonna stay at the 4th place. But if she wins, she's gonna skyrocket, buddy. She's so gonna skyrocket. So BB goes down. Miami Star is gonna be right at the edge of the circle. Ivy, Falcon, Eddie. They have to run towards the circle. They have to run towards the circle and try to get somewhere close to the buildings. Geek Scan gets herself 1 kill. Inda is no longer in the building anymore. Inda have to make her way towards Geek Scan real soon. We do hear a little bit of firepower going on about, but we are not too sure exactly where is it coming from. The circle, the blues is running too fast. Pian, I'm pretty sure that Pian may not be able to survive this. Ivy takes Falcon out. The adrenaline shot will now be administered onto Pian. But the question is, will she stay alive? That is a big no. That is a lot to run. That is way too much to run. Blinksy should be around the corner. She should be able to see Pian running right in if she turned her eyes right by the peripheral vision. Pian should be dead. Oh, she still had a first aid kit. That is her last first aid kit. She's slowly catching up to the circle. She should be coming closer and closer to Miami Star. And Miami Star would have the best opportunity to take out whoever is trying to come in. Miami Star picks out the weapon. There is going to be shots coming in from the other side. Blinksy brings down Pian. Exactly what I thought would have happened. While Blinksy now is currently at a low amount of health. She does have 3 kills and did not administer the first aid kit in time, and she dies over to the play zone. A massive pity. While Inda is still somewhere around the vicinity, still safe and sound, crawling on about. Getting shot down, or rather getting shot from somewhere. I believe that that's a shot coming in from Moon. Sees scan. She knows that her position could have been compromised. Scans have yet to see Inda. But the thing is, they are on their phones. We have a higher POV. So very likely Inda could not see Geek Scans. And do note, they are playing on their phones after all. The small little pixels that they can see from of the opponents is gonna be so small. It's gonna be hard to distinguish from a foliage to a real human being. Inda is still playing outside of the circle. The circle is going to be slowly catching up to Inda. And the only place that she has to go is closer and closer to Geek Scans. That's the only place that she can go. Popping off the grenade. Hans brings down Ivy. Inda is going to be exposed on the right side towards Moon, and now suffering a grave amount of damage. And that is one hell of a spray down from Inda. That was absolutely insane with a 6x scope. That was a really good control. But here comes Giscan with just a casual 2-shot in the face of Inda. And now with Inda dead, Miami Star may actually stand a big chance. But the thing is, she only have a single kill. She can kill all 3 of the members here, but she will not take rank number 1. She can still, though, take rank number 2. As long as she comes in first place, right? Wait, no. Yes? No. 390, right? If you get 200 points, you get 590. So you need more points from all of that. So she may still not be possible to catch up to Amethyst. The amount of kills that she get she will need a lot more kills in order to catch up to Amethyst. We know for sure it is impossible to catch up to Inda anymore. But for Amethyst, if she get a total of 4 kills, right? If she get all 3 kills in here, 4 kills, 4 times 12, and that is going to be 48. 48 points. 48 points plus 200, that is 248, and that would be not possible. It is possible. Oh. Oh wait, oh yeah, it is possible. 620 points coming from Amethyst. So Miami Star literally have to kill everyone in this current map. She have to kill everyone, take the first place as well. But perhaps that may not be the thing that she have in mind. She's slowly crawling about and immediately taken out by Geekscans, who was hovering about and hiding behind the boulders. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we may be looking at a brand new winner coming in from Sanhok. Would it be Geekscans? Would it be Hun? Definitely not Hun anymore, because that was an instantaneous headshot. He ate the lead right to the face. And Geekscans has got a total of 6 kills, while Eddie is hiding behind the other side of that tree. And now, the only thing that's covering between Geekscan as well as Eddie is going to be a single tree. They're going to ring around Rosie, and it doesn't seem like anyone is just going down just yet. This is a game of who has more bullets. And I will say, the Tommy gun has got more bullets. Geekscans ends the game with first place, 200 points, and 7 kills. The highest kill that we have ever seen in a single game. To be fair, we are looking at Sanhok after all, and we definitely know how much kills you can rack up in Sanhok. Eddie has finished the game in 2nd place. Unfortunately, the only thing that he got was the 2nd place with 0 kills, while Hun entered into the 3rd place with 2 kills. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the conclusion of the FSL Mobile PUBG number 2. Of course, this is PUBG Mobile, and it has been quite a showdown, and it is relatively scary. I am confident that Inda will stay in 1st place. I am confident that Miami Star is at 3rd place, and I'm confident that Amethyst stays on the 2nd place. Even though, I guess that's a sad thing, right? Because Green did not join in the game. If Green actually joined in the game, there could be a high possibility that Green could have taken the top spot, 1st place, or even the 2nd place. Inda should be 1st. But ladies and gentlemen, I thank you guys so much for watching the stream. I hope that you guys have enjoyed everything so far, and I hope that, you know, it has been quite an entertainment. First off, I don't really know who is the winner just yet, but I'm pretty confident that it's Inda. So I would like to congratulate Inda beforehand, before the points has been tallied out, which, speaking of tallying it out, the points will be tallied out and of course will be announced on the Facebook page. So in case you don't know just yet, you can just, if you're on Facebook, take a look right up, is the FSL mobile gaming page. So make sure you drop a follow, drop a like, and of course you will get the results right from that page itself. So you just have to hold on tight for a little bit, build on a little bit of suspense, and you may find out who is going to be the first place, second place, and third place. Congratulations to all. Thank you so much to all our partners, Intel, Dreamcore, Super Solid, as well as Yahoo. Thank you to all the viewers, and thank you to all the participants of the FSL Mobile 2. And with that all said and done, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Abstract. If you want to find out more about me and you want to learn more about me, or rather you want to connect with me, do take a look at my socials. Take a look at facebook.com/suchabstract, or you can take a look at my Instagram, Twitter, literally anything that has the social media platform thing in it. And I'm not going to blabber anymore. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.